Good morning everybody, my name is Osa. We are playing Farming Simulator 22 on Maypole Farm. And it is Saturday the 15th. And what a surprise. And I need to spread some manure, so we're doing that. We also need to get the mulcher running. So I'm going to run across to the next field in sequence and get that started too. So, again, not much been going on this week. It's been fairly hot, couple of rain showers, thunderstorms all last night, so I did not get a lot of sleep. So I'm a little bit tired, but that doesn't stop farmers doing the farming thing, and we are about out of digestate again. So like I said, we'll get this thing up the hill. So it is August 3. It is now year 6. And I think it wasn't, well, it might have been year 6 last week, who knows. Anyway. Get this dude lined up and set him off on a worker. He goes, mulchy. So, back to here. And I have the resupply tank down in the corner, so it's letting me do a little bit of slurry resupply at the BGA. We grab a ton of digestate and stick it on the fields, and then we go back and stick a ton of slurry in the BGA. Now there is lots of money currently in the account. Like 200,000 more than last week, and the reason for that is obviously the bales have been, that hill's a little steep for this little tractor sometimes. So as far as the digestate goes, we're pushing this up to round about 90 to 100. And once we've planted a crop in here, we'll get it sprayed and we'll get it to more perfect settings. But right now, line up on the whatever they are, tire tracks, and that should get us exactly lined up where we need to be here. Close enough. Okay, so I'm going to jump in here. We'll do a little bit of a tour before we oops. So again, I could buy more fields. That is a thing we can now do. with all the money we've got. And like I said, we are making so much money here that it's a little bit silly. So I have a pile of bales there, which are just sitting around. Actually, I want to take one of those in a minute. In here we have 468,000 litres of silage and 278,000 litres of slurry. And we are creating electric charge like it was just highly in demand. Where is the slurry thing? So whole crop silage, that's what the silage is. We're using 2,000 of those to 500, so 4 to 1 ratio to make this output. I'm intrigued. Yeah, you still get the same from straw and slurry, but you use a lot less straw. But you don't get as much electricity or methane. So this is a money maker, plus makes lots of digestate. We currently have 885,000 litres of digestate, but storage tanks are just ludicrous. So not going to run out of that anytime soon. Garden's still going, has water, has seeds, has manure, producing tomatoes. Yay, we sold them earlier today. Butter. We have over 600,000 litres of butter, that's producing bread. We have 195,000 litres of bread, of flour. So that's almost 200,000. That's about 6 months of supply there, so not too worried about that. And here we still have a fair amount of grain to get through, so again, not a problem there. Let's run back to the truck. As I said, I want to take one of these. And there we go. And we'll go back to the cow yard. How are all our workers doing? Our workers are doing fine. So these are only medium bales, 5,500 litres. Because that's all our bale wrapper does. Of course, I had an interesting time loading the BGA because I didn't realise not all of the bales had been fermented. So I dropped a whole bunch of them that were 99% fermented and they didn't go anywhere. I thought that's odd because I didn't know they were 99% fermented. So I was looking at the load and we're at 250,000 litres in the BGA. So I'm still rather bemused. Why is there no? Why aren't they going away? But when I took a closer look, okay, so I wanted one bale in there. And the reason for that is once we've got rid of all the bales on the map, I'm going to want to see if we can get it out and it doesn't disappear through the floor. So, as far as food is concerned in here, we have... Oh, crud. I was reading that all wrong. We've got 900,000 litres of slurry. I was reading that as silage. 400,000 litres of hay. 165,000 litres of silage and 31,000 litres of straw. No minerals. So the only thing that's stopping the robot from working is that there are no minerals. Oh, I am so annoyed. Actually, I'm not annoyed. I can go and get the, when I've got a spare tractor, we'll go grab the bale trailer, we'll go reload those bales onto the back of the trailer and we'll bring them back here. So at least we can boost the silage here. did not notice that. Phone, you need to stop beeping at me. So anyway, that's all of that, and I'm sure we have a truck that's almost not working. Okay, I'm going to back this up. And I will park it over here. Now, of course, the other thing I was going to look at was food for the animals. We got 211,000, so that should last us into tomorrow. The problem is, tomorrow may come, we're not going to have any extra food, so we're probably going to have to spend some of our millions of dollars on feeding the cows again. Now, this is nearly empty, so we'll stick with it. And 3, 2, 1, doink. Alrighty. So this is not going to be a full... is it not going to be a full tank? Don't think it's going to be a full tank. Yeah. However... I think it'll probably work on a worker if I run this here. Now key bounce on the button. Okay, you go do that while we take this and get it filled up. So you might say that, well, frankly, why don't I just use the slurry that's in the cowshed? And the reason is we've got more than, we've got about equal proportions of slurry and digestate. But if we turn the slurry into less digestate, we get more money. Actually, looking at it, we're putting about 500 litres of slurry plus the silage through the BGA at the moment and getting twice as much digestate out of the BGA as we're putting in slurry. So we're actually increasing our holdings of liquid fertilizer. However, that's not too important right now. I mean, yes, I don't really need the money. Park that there. Oh, you're going to do that back corner, are you? So this working a little bit better because we replaced the hedges and there's no spikes for it to get stuck in. Should I just take over? Sure, why not? Sometimes it's just easier to that didn't work. Let's try that again. Doesn't matter if I miss a bit. Excuse me, I'm going to put my phone on silent because it's getting annoying. Blah blah blah. Yes, you. Okay, and dots and quiet mode. Silent. Duration. About that many. Okay. I should not get disturbed by the phone for a while. So I'm going to run this round the edge. And then we'll probably have to manually fill the gaps in the middle as well. But we're kind of that point in the field where there's not a lot we can do about it. Work is not going to work. And of course, one thing we did find out, I think it was last week, was it doesn't matter if I adjust the amount of digestate I'm pushing down on the field. It will not boost the bits I've already done. It'll only boost the bits that are left to do. I have to wait. Not sure if it's a day or if it's a change of field state. Used to be in Farm Sim 19 you could only do a thing once per field state. Oh, and we're empty. Lift and fold. So you couldn't put down herbicide and liquid fertilizer because only one would work. You'd have to wait for the crop to grow one point, and then it would allow you to do the next thing. Or you could, you could do what I'm doing here, which is I'm putting slurry on the field which alters the state to just being fertilized. Then I can go through and what's the next thing I'm doing on these fields? Oh, put down lime. So that alters the state again. So I could then fertilize it again. Or you can plough it and then you can fertilize it, then you can cultivate it, then you can fertilize it, then you can. But it was you have to change the state of the field in order to do the next thing. And if you've run out of things to change the state with, you have to wait till it grows. As you can see, across the way we have mulched that field, and I'm really just running around. We should end up with the vast majority of our fields limed. Come on. The vast majority of our fields will have been limed by the end of the day. Oh, that's not what I had in mind. There we go. Alrighty. Let's struggle up the hill. So this is rather an unfeasibly large tanker for this tractor. I think you're probably supposed to use a 600-700 horsepower tractor on this, or just stay on flat ground. That's another challenge we're having. Well, it looks like our mulch is nearly done, so that's a good thing. So the field to our, no, we did lime the field to our right. There is a field further to the south, 41 maybe, which I'm not sure I did lime, but I'm not sure I need it. maybe I just didn't get around to it, but we'll find out. Earlier on yesterday we were reading thunderstorms from 3 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Sunday, and we didn't get thunderstorms until 10 o'clock last night, and then they ran through to probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. Alrighty, here we be. So we get 43,000 litres of slurry in here, and we pick up 43,000 litres of digestate. Him off and unload. So yeah, I've still got the bale trailer here, so I'm going to grab those bales and take them back to the cow shed, because obviously the cows need them more than the BGA does. So it takes a while to load this thing. And sorry, good morning, Patchwork. So, no storms. Well, maybe they'll come, maybe they won't. I mean, we've had a lot of very dry days lately, so I went the wrong way, that one. So we need a few days' rain. It's the best our tomatoes have looked for quite some time. Sadly, our basil got an infestation of Japanese beetles. So we have a lot of basil with holes in the leaves. I mean, it's still usable, but it's a tad annoying, I guess. Okay, this is digestate. We'll go... Oh, now here's the interesting question. Is 13,000 litres of digestate enough for the rest of that field, or am I going to have to drive the John Deere over there? I'm going to take a chance. Wow, everybody's getting up this morning. I've had teenage hostess saying, oh, I get to lie in on Saturday, I get to sleep in. Sort of, well, 9 o'clock, you're up already. And it looks, well, no, the mulcher is still running, I think. It's hard to tell, but the worker still registers as active, so... So I'm going to bring this tank into the field to our left. I'll then take the class down to the field we were on and get that all finished. So there is a distinct limit in how much money we're going to make from the digestate, from the silage, I guess. There we go. And as I've said, I don't really need to do this, but OCD farmer gets OCD when he doesn't. So that'll do. We can stop wasting. So standard steps here: mulch, natural fertilizer, nitrogen application, and then we'll lime it. I could plant canola in some fields if I feel like it. I'm not sure if I feel like it at this point, but you know, it's a thing we could do. I kind of want to boost our grain supply, so wheat, barley, oats, just because we have the flour mill to keep running, and we are close to out of flour production. Anyway, we'll get this bit done. I could just concentrate on planting canola in the fields that didn't have canola last year and do have beehives near them, because that boosts the canola production. Close enough. Oh. Which will give our greenhouses something to shout about, I guess. Make the bees happy.